everybody. How's it going tonight? Welcome to the Warm Strong Prime Time Hour. I hope everybody's doing well. I was up here bored, so you know what? I said, let me go live. Why not? I'm looking at videos. Your favorite couple had a video out there, and I was watching that, and MH Family Adventure, they had a video out there. So I'm watching all these videos of everybody, and oops, I almost hit the wrong button, people. I almost ended the broadcast instead of hitting comments. So yeah, I'm watching all these videos now. I want to talk cruising, and I'm looking up cruises and trying to decide. And I'm up here, and everybody's getting group cruises and Embarkation Nation. Hey, Bud Files, welcome in. Hi, Embarkation. Oh, I'm repeating the Bud Files. Hey, anyway, I was looking at all these videos and stuff. So I was over here thinking, and again, my mind starts rambling also. Sifting some soil. We were just talking about you earlier. My goodness, you have when you go live at night, I mean, there must be 40 people in your live. And we're talking 12, 1 o'clock at night. She has a great live, and they just having a blast, laughing and talking to each other. They just have a blast. Anywho, so I'm sitting over here watching YouTube videos, going back, watching other people's videos and stuff like that. And I'm like, I want to do a group cruise. Charlene Phelps, welcome in. Indianapolis is in the house. And I'm thinking a group cruise, but my mind starts to wander, and it's like, you know what I want to do? I want to do a group cruise to Antarctica. You do. It looks like you have a blast at night. I was in there listening to you. You guys are laughing and being real, but just laughing and everybody's joking and having a good time. Your live at night is very entertaining. I was, I'm in the bushes. I'm just watching, but trust me, I was there. I told you, I was looking at Antarctica, but then it dawned on me that if I go to Jennifer, if I go to Antarctica, you probably have to fly down to Argentina. And I think that's going to be probably a no-go for most people. Most people are not going to want to do that. So I'm thinking, because I want to do like a longer, unique cruise. Everybody does the Caribbean cruise, group cruise. Everybody does or whatever. I mean, I wanted to do something different. Together We Travel, Controversial Cruising, welcome in. Scott, I hope you're doing well. Together We Travel, they're going, and probably in about 40 days or so, they're going to Greenland, but I think it leaves out of Baltimore. So I'm thinking, and I want to say it's 9 days. I probably should look it up. I want to say it's like 9 days. Wouldn't that be a good cruise to go through Canada and then Greenland? 9 days. I think that would be a unique cruise. Everybody's doing Alaska. I got it. And Embarkation Nation, I know you got Alaska coming up in June 15th of 2025. But I thought that would be different. And I was thinking of 25, but I was thinking, I'm like, man, I don't know if Embarkation Nation would want to go to two cold cruises in the same year. Controversial Cruising has Alaska in August. So see, everybody's doing Alaska. So I'm trying to get away. I'm trying to get something unusual. I want to do something unusual. Controversial Cruising. My parents just booked a 10-day Princess Ruby Panama Canal cruise. I think you might have done that itinerary. I've never gone through. I've been to Panama as a stop, but I've never I've never done I've never done going through the canal, Panama Canal. That would be that would be interesting to do. I'm a penguin. Yeah. So anyway, that was what was running through my mind as far as I wonder if anybody would be interested. I have to learn. I did it before. How do you put up a poll like in your chat? How do you put a poll up in your chat? Anthony on the move, welcome in. Um, for some reason, I don't know where I did it one time before, but I don't know how I did it. I don't know how I did it, and I mean I'll learn. I know I'm sure it's not difficult, and I've done it before, so I know it can't be too difficult if I did it before. But you know, if I do a group cruise, I want to do something that's unique and something that I want to do. So even if nobody shows up on the group cruise, maybe that was it. Maybe it was Nightbot. I did it before, and I just don't remember where I did it at. And I'm looking up here, like in StreamYard, I didn't see it, and on YouTube Studio, I didn't see it, and I just wondered. But again, I just wondered who would consider a cruise like that, because a lot of people work and you know don't want the time off. A lot of people don't like cold itineraries. Um, would you do a once in a lifetime group cruise with Bill? Yay or nay? I say I don't want to say with me because then my feelings would get hurt. I'd rather blame it on the itinerary than blaming it on me. So yeah, I don't want to put my name in it. Ah, sifting some soil. Yes, yay! But yeah, I mean, maybe we should get together and again, I mean, I you know like sifting some soil. She's going on the booze cruise in October, so I can't wait to meet her and Felicia and all the other crew that's going to be there on that cruise. But I want to do something, but again, and I want to do something where people don't have to fly in because I think you know when you start talking about the cruise price and then you start talking about you know having to buy a airfare to get there, that might be a little much for people. But if you can get like um, together we travel, if you can get like going leaving out of Baltimore, I and going and you get to go to Greenland. I mean, how many people here in this chat can say they've been to Greenland? Um, we have almost booked a few different group cruises because we wanted the chance to sail with Bill, Destination Fun, and the Clock family. Yes, yes, and you know when y'all said y'all were going on Utopia, that was like that was I you know I want to be there. I wish I didn't get cheap, but I wish I would have got the New Year's Eve cruise. But I wanted to do the inaugural cruise on Jubilee. I wish I would have done the New Year's Eve cruise. But again, it would have been I forget what my price was. It'd been like $600 to $800 more to do that cruise, and I didn't get a good deal or anything like that. Yeah, yeah, controversial cruising. Uh, give me 1 second. I'm gonna see if I can look it up online real quick. I'm still here. I'm just I can't see the chat, so watch the chat and make sure you know the chat is good. Let me see. And I got this this ideal from together we travel because I believe they're going I want to say 40 days 42 days something like that they'll be going to um, Greenland. They're probably going to um, Halifax, something like that. Let me see. How would I look it up? Okay, am I signed in? I'm not signed in. Plan, find a cruise. I'm gonna look at it without signing. Hopefully, without signing in. Sail to, boom. Oh boy. Dates. Oh, okay. They're like a 14. I'm sorry. I'm up here looking at it. I'm supposed to be sharing it with you guys. Okay, let me get back to StreamYard. Let me figure out how to share this screen. Uh Share screen. There we go. Boom. Boom. Okay, hopefully you guys can see that. Hey, Scratch and Pete, welcome in. Together we travel. This is the people I was talking about. I was looking at all these videos, and your favorite couple and MH Family Adventures, they were all showing the videos and stuff. And I started thinking about, you know what, I'd like to do a group cruise. And I want to do a unique one. And your cruise to Greenland, for some reason, I thought it was 9 days, but it's 14 days, and that might be too long for most people to get away. Um, but I like the way that it starts off in Baltimore, and again, looking kind of expensive. Um, let's look at the itinerary real quick, and let me go back to StreamYard. And here's the itinerary. You leave Baltimore, day 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and at sea, fun day at sea, and then you wind up in Greenland. How fun would that be? I mean, how fun? Well, I think it would be fun. Hit the upper parts of Canada where even though people talk about Canada, but they don't go to this part of Canada usually. And I thought that would be fun. Let me go back here. Let's go back one page. Let's look at this. Pricing, interior 1900, ocean view 2100, 2800. I'm gonna stop going cheap one of these days. So for me to get an interior room, you're looking at 4,200, well, 4,300. Sydney and New Zealand. I've been to Sydney, and I don't. I'm trying to have. I'm sorry if people know what I'm talking about. Let me get off the screen. Let me stop sharing this real quick. Stop sharing. I'm looking at that. I'm looking at Sydney and New Zealand, but most people don't want to fly to Sydney, Australia, and that's why I was trying to get a group cruise. Again, I thought this was a 9-day cruise, but apparently I looked at the wrong thing, or I was looking at something different. And I thought 9 days people might be able to do. If you work, you can still maybe swing 9 days. Baltimore is about a 30-minute drive. Anthony on the move. I just swapped a 12-day cruise to an 8-day cruise. Yeah, no, Sydney. I believe that was Canada. No. Yeah, no. Controversial cruise. I wanted to do a group cruise. I was trying to do a group cruise. That's not by myself. I wanted to do a group cruise with some of my friends in here that wanted to do it. It's not me personally that I wanted to do it. I wanted to do a group cruise, but I wanted to do something different. I mean, everybody goes to the Bahamas. Everybody goes to Mr. Sancho's. Everybody goes Everybody does group cruise out of Florida, and I wanted to do something different. Uh, thinking outside the box. But again, I don't think I could be mistaken. I'll start talking to people to see whether or not they would fly, whether they would fly somewhere to take a cruise. Anthony on them say, yeah. I mean, again, that was expensive. Anthony, I haven't looked at I haven't looked at like discounts or anything like that. So that was just like the regular rate. I mean, almost nobody on Carnival pays regular rate, but you never know. But that's what I was just thinking. But again, I thought it was like a 9-day cruise. 14 days may be a little bit much. Yeah, no, yes, Sydney, Canada. No, but again, I think you maybe got in a little bit late. The whole idea was this trip was to try to find a unique cruise where you didn't have to fly out the country. You fly someplace in the States. Is it Met and Me? I think they're doing a group cruise next year from the West Coast. So I thought that was going to be unique. Yeah, I thought a group cruise from the West Coast. I think that's unique. I think that'll be. I think a lot of people will go for that. It's something different. Again, everybody does a group cruise to the Caribbean. I would consider a cruise from Sydney. And I mean, I think they have a cruise that goes from Sydney to Singapore, I believe. And I would consider doing something like that. But again, I don't think a lot of people would. It's like, yeah, let's go. Yeah, I'll spend $2,000 to get on the $2,500 cruise or whatever the price of the cruise would be. So I just don't think many people would do that, and not count amount of time, whatever the length of the cruise is. Did you guys like the name of my of this live feed? uh, that's me being me. Me being me. Let's see. I am going to look up. Okay, we have to say it. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you another one. Let me share my screen. This one kind of sort of interests me. And who knows? Maybe I might try it because it does hit some ports that I like. Singapore, 16-day on the Splendor. Let's take a look at this itinerary. Let me check my chat real quick. Anthony he would consider the West Coast, and that's the way a lot of people would be. They would consider the West Coast. But I'm trying to think outside the box, and again, I mean, there's a ton of group cruises going out to the Caribbean. There's one that I know of going to the West Coast, and not Alaska. We're talking Mexico, Western Mexico. There's a ton of group cruises going to Alaska. And so I was trying to think outside the box. Anyway, let me get back to my Singapore. 788, 16-day cruise. I don't think that's a bad price. Itinerary, you leave Singapore, day 2 at sea. You hit Indonesia, all our Indonesian friends. Go there and say hi. Fun day at sea. Bali, hit that. Indonesia again. Darwin, Australia, never been there. Airlie Beach, never there. I've heard of it, but I've never been there. A lot of these islands over there, and you're talking probably around New Zealand area, and hit Sydney. So the price is right. I mean, I got to admit, this price is not a bad price for the end of next year. That price is not a bad price. Let's look at the price. Again, we're going to book an interior room to see what it would come to. $1,904 for a 16-day cruise for two. Would be a little less. It'd be about $150 less for a solo. I don't, and I mean, you hit Bali, you hit you leave out of Singapore, so that wouldn't be bad. Let me get back to the chat so I don't get off too far. Cruising on the high seas. Hey, how's it going? Welcome in. Let me stop sharing the screen, and I am back. But I think that, but I got to maybe find me some retirees, because you young people, I mean, you guys like to work. You like to eat and have houses and stuff. How dare you guys? But yeah, that Singapore one, I going to Sydney, and then do that 15 to 16 hour flight from Sydney. My goodness. I don't know how long the flight is to Singapore. Sifting some soil, retired. Now, there we go. Now hold on. Now we're talking. Sherry says she needs to hit the lottery. Me too. I'll make you this one promise. If I hit the lottery, all my friends, all you guys, we're going on a nice cruise. No interior rooms for you guys either. I'd make sure you get at least a balcony. That's if I hit lottery. And when I say hit lottery, I mean Mega Millions. But I think it would be fun. Bill, you're a riot. Nah, I don't think so. I'm just up here trying to make conversation. I gotta admit, oh, you bought, I'm about to say you bought, I'm like, bought a ticket for what? I didn't even buy a ticket this week. I should have. Controversial cruising. I am actually, believe it or not, and I know you don't believe it, I'm an introvert until you get to know me. You guys, I feel like I know you. So I feel like we're friends. So I loosen up a little bit, and lives are so hard. Lives are so hard on me. Rooted in essential oils. Hey, famous, welcome in. Lives are so hard on me because because I'm an introvert. Don't like talking and stumbling over my words and all that other good stuff. We're cruising next week. Nice. Oh, Charlene. No, I have not. Virgin Voyages. Yes, I want to do Virgin Voyages. But I feel like I have to find a date for Virgin Voyages. It just and people have gone solo on Virgin Voyages, but that seems more like an adult, couples type of deal. But I would love to do Virgin Voyages. I would love to, just to see. Maybe Scott, what cruise are you going on next week? Rob, I thought this was cruising, controversial cruising. Rob is cruising in 129 days and flying in 118 days. Wow, wherever Rob, wherever you're cruising out of, so you gonna be there 11 days before the cruise. That's gonna be nice. You get to know the area. Oh, got you, got you. That was in response to saying I didn't buy a lottery check. I got you. Next week, got you. For some reason, I thought you said you were going on a cruise. And it's like I don't remember, but then again, you hear so many people talking about cruises and going on cruises. Donis, welcome in, my friend. Thank you for stopping in. I really am destination fun, or even just booking a cruise. I'm so tempted. When I get off of here, I'm going to sign into my Carnival account to see what that 16-day Singapore, Sydney, Australia cruise would cost me. The title got you. Yeah. I thought it might catch a few people attention. It's a guy I follow. He does prime time usually every night, and for some reason he didn't do it tonight. So I took a jab at him and took over prime time. Hey, welcome in, Ashley. Thanks for stopping in. So that the title is actually like just a little poking a little fun at a guy I know who normally does the Z Cruise Show. Bill's prime time sounds good. Destination Funds. I think he had other plans for tonight. He could have. You never know. Things do pop up. I know he had one scheduled. I looked at it. He had one scheduled. That's what I was waiting on, and then it disappeared. So I said, well, let me go live and talk to people. And then I started going down that path because again, like I said, I was watching all these other people doing their premieres and lives and all that good stuff. And that hey Keisha, Matt and I, they had a bar crawl, I guess, on their group cruise, and your favorite couple had a premiere video about that, and they looked like they had so much fun. Edna's World was leading the charge in that, and my goodness, they went to 7 bars in 70 minutes, and had a drink at every one of them. I think after that bar crawl, I would have been asleep. I would have been good night. Well, I would have made up an excuse. I would have said, I forgot something in the room. I'll catch up with you guys later. and I would have wound up in my room taking a nap. Destination Fun. I was watching that too. It looked so fun. It really did. It looked like a lot of fun. Lydia's Life TV. Welcome in. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Thank goodness it's Friday. TGIF. Yeah, yeah. I mean, again, and they're doing shots, and you can see, towards the end, a lot of them wasn't feeling too much pain towards the end. So, but it looked like they had fun. Randacita, welcome in. Thanks for stopping by. So yeah, interesting. I am itching for a cruise. Destination Fun. She can read me well. Carmelin for the win. Welcome in, Carmen. Thanks for being here. G to G now, just about to board a rod that's going to do an 85-degree drop. I got no idea what you're saying there. G to G now, just about to board a rod that's going to. Not quite sure. I appreciate all you guys coming in. If you guys could do me a favor, if you just came in and haven't hit the like button, can you please hit the like button for me? It's supposed to help out with the algorithm, and we are on the YouTube streets. We want that algorithm to go our way. So if you don't mind hitting that, I appreciate it. And anybody who's new to the chat, if you would consider maybe even subscribing, it doesn't cost you anything. And if you like what you're hearing, come on in and hit the subscribe button and hit that bell. And when I go live or a new video popping up, you can get a notification and come on back by and say hi. Oh, Rob is at a amusement park. Got you. And somebody's on a ride about to do 85. Got you. I do not do roller coasters. I'm not doing another holiday cruise. I did Thanksgiving last year. I'm doing Christmas this year. I don't plan on doing any more holidays. Only other holiday that I would consider would be a New Year's Eve cruise. Destination Fun. That would be the only one that I would consider, because I want to do one of those. And maybe, Famous says he loves roller coasters. There was one point in my life, it was like 1 year, and that was maybe about, about 15 years ago, that I wanted to do roller coasters. I did roller coasters, demon drops, and all that. It was just 1 year out of my whole life that I did that. And I did all the roller coasters. I did those roller coasters on the top of the Stratosphere in Vegas, Cedar Point, and all these other places. And I had no desire to go back on any more roller coasters. I don't know if my heart could take it. Anthony on the move. I'm afraid to fly over the ocean. And that's a lot of people. That's a lot of people. You are, I mean, there's nothing out there. Luckily, a lot of times when they do fly over the ocean, it's nighttime. You can't see anything. But again, you hit some turbulence, and you say an extra prayer here and there. It's too expensive. That's why I didn't go on the New Year's Eve cruise. Back 6, 7, 8 months ago, whenever I booked it, it was going to cost me between $600 and $800 more then. And now it's filling up. I'm sure it would be more than that now. So no, it's just too expensive. And it's the Jubilee, and I have no desire to spend $5,000 to go on the Jubilee. I'm already spending, $2,500 or $2,600, whatever it is, to go on an inaugural cruise, and I think that's too much for an interior room. So yeah, no, I'm not going to break the bank to go on the Jubilee when I could, a month from now or a month from then, I can get on it for, $1,100. Famous. I want to try a holiday cruise just once, but I don't think I would like a summer cruise because of all the people and the drunk people at that. I've never done a summer cruise because it is real crowded and you get a lot of families and a lot of kids and stuff like that going. So I normally don't cruise in the summertime. So from May to the end of August, I normally don't cruise. I do go like sometimes I'll go to Vegas or even fly down to Florida for a little bit, but I don't do cruises. Uh, Sifting some soil and more. I just said the same thing. I don't think my heart could take a roller coaster. Yeah, I mean, I don't. That being scared. I don't like heights, and even I tell you, my legs almost gave out. I went when I was in Seattle. I went to the Space Needle, and it's a big, tall building, and they have like a restaurant, and you can walk around at the top. I could. They had a glass. They have a part where there's a glass floor. I could not walk on the glass floor. I couldn't do it. I tried. I wanted to get some good footage. My legs just wouldn't do it. I couldn't. I could not take that step out. There's a place on like Mardi Gras on XL class ships of Carnival where they have a glass floor. Probably about the seventh, eighth floor. There's a glass floor that is right in front of a bar. They clouded the glass. You can still see through, but it's clouded. And even that, I think about it when I get ready to cross it. I'm like, okay, you can do it, and I go across it. But when it's just clear glass, I couldn't do it. I don't think. No, rooted in essential oils. Famous. Thank you for being here. Nope, nope. I thank you for being here. And as I said, if I didn't put it up there, let me put it up there. Gotta get better. If you're new to the channel, haven't been here, or you know, whatever, type hashtag strong. Nightbot will drop your link, and that way the people in the chat could come by and check out your channel, and hopefully they will sit there, watch a couple of videos, and subscribe, and you become best of friends. And next thing you know, everybody here has 5,000 subscribers and so many watch hours you don't know what to do, and you're being sponsored by this person and that person because yeah, there's enough people in this world that we can all win. We can all get monetized, and we can all make money off of YouTube or pennies off of YouTube. Um, yeah, and our sponsors and things like that. And so I want to see everybody. I want to see everybody making it on these YouTube streets. And I know it can be hard at times. I've been doing it a little over a year, maybe about a year, close to a year and a half. And I mean, there's many times I wanted to give up. I wanted to give up the grind. I don't mind posting, but when you're trying to grow, you have to post on a regular basis and things like that, and that becomes a grind, and that can wear you down. You know, at first I didn't do lives, so trying to do videos and things like that, and running out of content, and it was tough. Now, 8 months into my journey, I learned about lives. I knew about lives, but I didn't do lives. But then I learned about lives and doing lives, and it's like, wow, this is a lot easier to get watch hours and to get subscribers to come out here and do lives because you don't have to do the editing and you don't have to get content. You can just look up or a topic or come up with a topic and you want to talk about. Luckily for me, I like talking about cruising, and enough people here come in and they want to talk about cruising. We can talk about whatever, but cruising is that travel is my passion. You got me. You say you had me at hello, you had me at cruising. Is October the best time to go on a cruise? I To me, October is a good time to go on a cruise. I've never been over Halloween, but when you go on a cruise in October, the kids are in school. The only thing about October is you're still looking at you're at the end of hurricane season. So you could have bad weather. Cruise ships go around the bad weather, but that doesn't mean that it won't be it could still be rocky. And I'm sure you probably saw the news story where once there came up a quick storm and blowing chairs all around the deck and all that other good stuff. Hurricane season is, when is it? Like June, maybe June 1st to the end of October, probably is hurricane season. And usually, Controversial Cruising says end of November. But usually it's like the middle months. You look at July, August, September. Those are usually like the months with the most activity. This year has been a busy year for storms. They haven't been bad, but they roll in most of the time off the coast of Africa, and you can see them coming across the ocean. And we've had like 2 or 3 storms, tropical storms that have been named, making them the hurricane. So yeah, but again, I mean, bad weather can happen at any time, but that is the season. So you're more than likely, to hit a hurricane during that time. But again, you can hit bad weather anytime. So I've never really had. I've been through some storms, and usually they're not bad. I mean, they're moving, and we're going around them. So you may have a day. You may have a day where you may have to skip a port, and as you go further around the cruise, you're going to have rougher waves. But usually you don't have a problem. I mean, you don't have a problem. And I'm like Controversial Cruising, Scott, that 90% of my cruises are during hurricane season. Yeah, I wouldn't, maybe not 90%, but it's a high percentage of mine that are during hurricane season. The price is cheaper. Again, not as crowded, fewer kids. What's the craziest thing that I've seen on a cruise? One of the cruises, and I don't recall which one, it was sometime last year, cruising in the Caribbean. There were some refugees in a little makeshift raft that we saw, and we went and picked them up and rescued them. Probably trying to get to the United States from one of these countries, and we rescued them. And what they do is, they don't come on. Then they're not passengers on the ship. They have a jail on the ship, so they detained them until they got to whatever next port we were going to. Then they get them off the ship. Then Betty J Gathers is in the house. Welcome in, Betty J. So one of the craziest stories I've heard, and I can't confirm it. Mr. Nas is in the house. Welcome in. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate all you guys. It's 18 in the house. I appreciate you guys being here. Again, if you don't mind hitting the like button, help me out and help the algorithm with YouTube. It looks like 20. We hit 20. Well, look at us. We're booming, baby. We're jiggling, baby. Go ahead. Okay. Okay. I digress. I'm getting back to this wild story. When I was doing the 23-day cruise from Seattle to Sydney, Australia, we got held up in Honolulu. We from Seattle to Honolulu. When we got to Honolulu, we were delayed getting off, and the story that was out there, that there was a murder suicide on the ship, and the Honolulu police had to come and investigate. And supposedly on that ship from Seattle to Sydney, 3 people died. not murder. I mean, the two were murder suicide, but that was the rumor. That was the rumor. All the ships they have a morgue on board. People they actually die. They have a medical center, um, a jail. I mean, again, it's they basically anything that they need. They really they have on ship. But that I mean, now you're talking the some of the wildest stories that that I've heard. I've never really saw a fight. I did see um I did see one person hit another person. It was a boyfriend girlfriend. The boyfriend had met a girl, and this is going back like I don't know 7 or 8 years. The boyfriend got talking to another girl and got her email. The girlfriend, who was drunk out of her mind, they both were, but she found out about it and she slapped the boyfriend. But that was it. There was no big fight, and the police didn't come. They broke them up and they went there. I don't know if they went their own separate ways and stuff like that. So uh, you do run into you run into a few things. No, I mean that's very rare. You hear about it now, as far as people going overboard. It's kind of it's kind of tough to go overboard just because of the center of gravity as far as your body. I mean, most people you'd have to be 7'5" or whatever to like if you hit the rail to flip over because most people you couldn't do it. It's almost impossible to do. When you hear about people going overboard, um, it's because they're drunk and they go to the rail fast and flip over. They jump over, or as this last lady that went off, she got on the rail to take a selfie, and well, didn't end well. They found her though, and she didn't seem like she was hurt. She fell from the 10th floor into the ocean, and when you fall off a cruise ship, the cruise ship is going at let's say 20 miles an hour. So you got this motel or hotel carrying 5,000 people moving at 20 miles an hour in the ocean. So the brakes don't just break. So when you fall off, it's going to take the ship to turn around. I mean, you're looking at going down a half mile or a mile and coming back and trying to find a speck in the ocean. It's really tough to do when you're in the ocean and you're tough. You're tough to spot. It's tough enough to spot, like ships, but a person in the ocean with the waves breaking and all that going on, it's really tough to spot. Um, that's why they tell you, if you ever see somebody go overboard, they have like the life buoys all around the ship. You grab one of those and you throw it towards them or at them. Hopefully they can get it. But even if they can't get it, it kind of marks the spot where they're at, and that's what you're going to want to do so they can try to come rescue you. Have ever seen a ghost in a cruise ship? No, no, I've never seen a ghost. I I don't necessarily believe in like ghosts like that, but no, I've never seen a ghost. I never, um, really been afraid of anything like that, and haunted places and things like that. So I mean, again, that's just me. But I nope, never seen a ghost. Yeah, I'll go on a haunted houses tour. Matter of fact, uh, sifting some soil. Hey, Felicia. A matter of fact, shifting some soil. And Felicia, they're going to be on the one in November. I'm sorry, October, and we're supposed to be down in New Orleans, and people are trying to get together like a haunted house tour down in New Orleans at night. So I think that would be fun. Anything weird or unexplained? I can remember two things from my childhood. I can remember it being like June or July, and seeing snowflakes. And also, um, in my childhood and being in Detroit, late at night, I was out and saw like about 20 lights in the skies, and they were like moving together. So it wasn't like a helicopter. It wasn't, you know what I mean? Again, it was kind of weird. So I don't know what they are, what they, what it was, but I did see it and never really told anybody about it, and never, I was so young, I didn't think about watching the news to see if there was an explanation for it. So, but and I can remember seeing that. So that's kind of like some of the weirdest things that I've seen. Rooted in essential oils. Have you seen pineapples on the ships? You see a ton of pineapples on the ships. Um, I mean, it is what it is. How true the stories are about upside down pineapples and all that other good stuff, I don't know. That's not quite my lifestyle, so I don't know. Ocean is in the house. Bruce, welcome in. Welcome to the real prime time. Let me see. Everybody saying hello, thumbs up. All right. So I caught up with everybody. Will G. Oh no, Will. I'm sorry. I thought that was with G. It's Will at Together We Travel. So those are some of the things. Bruce, I was just, I'm petty. Bruce, I'm petty. Okay, this is a side most people don't see, the petty side of me. I'm petty. I was thinking about you earlier today, Bruce. I was when I first came on here, I started talking to. I was looking at other people's. They were having their group cruises, and they had these videos going on. I wanted to do a group cruise, but I wanted to do like a unique group cruise, and I wanted to do like Baltimore to Greenland. And I thought it was a 9-day cruise. It turned out to be a 14-day cruise. But I wanted to do something different than a normal. Most group cruises, they all go out of go to the Caribbean and things like that. I wanted to do something different. And Met and I, they're doing a West Coast group cruise, which was a little different. I mean, to me, I consider that different. You got a ton of Alaska cruises already. So I was looking at the Greenland, and it was 14 days. Bruce, my only thing is, you say let's do it. I just don't know how many people are going to be able to get away for 14 days. I don't know how many people will be able to get away for 14 days. Realistically, I know there will be. Felicia, see, now you're thinking. But my thing with Greece was, again, I don't know how many people that I know. And we'll be able to get together and talk, Felicia and Bruce or whoever, to do a group cruise someplace that's unique and not the same old. I mean, you have fun. Don't get me wrong. October 29th is going to be a great cruise, but I want to do something that I don't want to say once in a lifetime. But like Greece, Greece would be nice. I looked at one earlier where I was looking at Sydney, Australia from Singapore to Sydney, Australia. But again, now you have to fly into Singapore and then fly home from Australia. And I don't know how many people are going to do that. Betty, that is true. That would be a nice cruise, though. Yeah, and again, maybe I could be wrong. There's maybe enough retired people here that would want to try it. If you get a decent price, there might be enough people in here to be able to do that. So I'm gonna look into it, and I'll get back with you. But if I do a group cruise, I never really planned on doing a group cruise. But if I do a group cruise, it's going to be something like that. And the Greece one, that could be an ideal. Ocean, a group cruise to Panama Canal would be fun. Something like that. famous. You're reading my mind. One of the things on my bucket list is to do a Nile River cruise. So if I hit Greece, I probably would do a Nile River cruise also. I probably, if I did that, I probably would do the Nile River cruise also, and just mark off a few things off my bucket list. I mean, people, life is short, and I forget who said it or whatever, but you're never going to regret. Your only regrets as you get older are things that you didn't do. You know what I mean, if that makes sense to everybody. All the things I've done in my life, I'm not going to regret them. Maybe I should have did something different. Maybe I should have did that. But the things that I'm going to regret are the things that I didn't do. And I'm trying to knock off as many things off my bucket list as I can. Now, especially as you get older, and you have to, you start walking, and you can't walk as far as you used to, and all the other good things. And when you go to a lot of these other countries, they don't have the scooters everywhere. They don't have the smooth pavements and things like that. And going to the pyramids, I mean, there's a lot of walking involved. I'm not really good with clothes. I'm claustrophobic. So going inside those pyramids is, I mean, you're gonna see me sweat, but it's something that I'm gonna have to force myself to do. But again, I want to knock off as many things as possible. And so that's when people come in and I see they start talking about, Sydney, Australia, or Beijing or Dubai and stuff like that. And I want to go, I was there. Yeah. Did you go here? Did you do that? And that's what I love doing. I love, I love just doing those kind of things and just talking about traveling. And that's where my whole name came from, even though I've been doing all basically cruises. Before the pandemic and things like that, I flew a lot of places, but I haven't flown any place recently other than like Sydney, Australia. But I want to see the world, and when you go to Alaska, there's excursions where if you have a wheelchair, if you have mobility issues, if you can't take a step up 19 inches, you can't go on these excursions. And while I can do it, because I mean, again, as you get older, your health isn't guaranteed. I mean, even when you're younger, your health isn't guaranteed to last forever. And I don't want to be here talking about, man, I wish I could have saw the pyramids. Santorini, Greece, I've always wanted to go there. I wish I would have went there. Can you tell me what it's like? Watch my YouTube videos like I normally do. So, and Bruce is Bruce. I could probably talk Bruce into going, and that's why Bruce, he's gonna be my point man on if I do a group cruise, he's gonna be my point guy. He's gonna be my point guy, and I probably if I did it right, if I planned it out right, I could probably talk him and his wife Cindy to go on that cruise. And maybe Felicia is sifting some soil. Yeah, maybe there's a few people here that I could probably talk into. Felicia, Berlin was difficult. A lot of walking. Glad I did it. Yeah, and there's a lot of places. Spain was like that. Madrid, there was a lot of walking. They had mass transit, but there was still walking involved, and going to sightseeing and some of the churches and all these things. There's a lot of walking involved, and that people don't realize. And again, when you're young, you don't even think about it. Well, Felicia, I will let you know as far as a cruise, because I will look at that. My daughter actually, she wanted to do a Greece cruise. Maybe I'll plan a group cruise in 2025 to go to Greece and see what kind of prices that we can get. What ships, what go there and things like that, and see what people are willing to spend, and if they're willing to fly into Greece, Athens, usually, probably. But see what would be the best options. And I think it's better, like when you go in places like that, if you have a little group, you get a guide to guide you around, and when you have more people in the group, you just feel more comfortable being in a foreign country with more people. I still do it. I do a lot. I do a lot of countries by myself, but you feel more comfortable with a group. When I went to Madrid, I had a guide, and having somebody able to speak the language, taking care of you, and guiding you on where to go and explaining the culture to you. Tapas. I was trying to think of the word earlier today. Tapas. What a tapas is. It helps out a lot. So don't be surprised, people. 2025, you start seeing a Greece cruise. You start seeing, some 16-day cruise to Greenland, so I can be like Will from Together We Travel. When I grow up, Will, I'm gonna be like you. But something unique, something that that people can say that was a once in a lifetime, cruise. And again, I'm not knocking the Caribbean. I'm not knocking Alaska. I'm not knocking, the Western Mexico, but just something outside of that. Or even if I do a cruise in the Caribbean, do a Southern Caribbean where I'm hitting St. Kitts and Barbados and the islands that aren't the norm. A lot of times people, I did that earlier on I had Banter with Bill on Thursdays. Okay, for everybody that's here, I got 20 people in the house. Thank you for being here. Banter with Bill. I do that every Thursday, 4 p.m. Eastern time. And this last Thursday, I talked about favorite cruise ports and favorite excursions. And again, most of that was probably, the Caribbean, Grand Turk, Cozumel, places like that, Half Moon Key. And so, I mean, those were like fun, and most people have been there. But if you've done a lot of cruises, you've been there a lot. And I just want something unique. And I've been so lucky the last 2 years. I've been so lucky with Carnival. They gave me some great deals on these Trans-Pacific cruises, the repositioning ships, from Seattle to Sydney, and then from Brisbane, Australia to Seattle. And I got great prices, and I was able to hit some great ports. And I consider, when I first did it, the 23-day cruise, I called it, my series was a cruise of a lifetime. Well, come to find out, I did it again the next year. So much for a cruise of a lifetime. Anthony on the Move was on the Carnival Breeze last year in Belize. They did an all call for a man overboard. Everyone had to go to their cabins for a full head count. Wow. Nope, never had anything like that happen. And I could see how that could happen. They have a system to keep tracking. They can supposedly can tell, like, if somebody goes overboard. But that's interesting. And go to the cabin and good, yeah. It turned out to be a Belizean native who had been missing and drowned. I saw them transfer the remains from the ship's lifeboat into Belizean custody. Sorry to hear that, but yeah, I mean, things can happen. Felicia, they used to be, and again, maybe they'll get back to it. When Carnival used to sell out of San Juan, where San Juan was the port that you started from, they had some great cruises. And you went deep into Barbados. I mean, you the St. Kitts, Thomas. I mean, just all those islands down there. I mean, they were all unique places, and I miss that. I miss that. It's tough to find them now, and we're talking like 7 or 8 day cruises. If you fly to San Juan, it's 7 or 8 days. You can still get far enough south to hit these islands. You know, trying to do it from Miami. I mean, now you're looking at 12, 14, 15 day cruise. About the best or one of the most unique places would be not Barbados, Bermuda. Oh, hold on, Scratching Pete. Thank you, Scratching Pete. Scratching Pete. See, people look out for me more than I look out for myself. Also, since it got 17 people in here, Monday, I'm doing a review. I'm dropping a premiere video. It's about 5 or 6 minutes long. It's not a long video. What I started doing was, looking at ways to improve my channel without breaking the bank. I probably should have did, if most of you probably noticed, you see me on this microphone right here. And I got that to get a better sound for my videos. So hopefully, you're listening to me now. Hopefully I sound good, better, clearer. I probably should have did a review on this microphone. This microphone that I have here is probably, it was under $50, 40 some odd dollars. And I love it. And it came with everything that, you kind of see here, the pop screen, mic, the mic arm. So it's to have a better sound. And on my videos, I do a lot of voiceovers. So, and that's what I wanted to do, was to just have a better sound. Okay. Well, also there's, when you, Bamanola, welcome in. When you're filming on your cell phone, the sound is perfect for you. Thank you, Carmen. I appreciate that. When you're filming on your cell phone, and let's say you're on a selfie stick and it's away from you and you're talking and you could tell that you're not talking into the microphone. So I wanted to get something. They have the little mics that you pin on your like collar or whatever. They're called lavalier mics. And they have one where you can plug a receiver into your phone and have these mics that you can step away from your phone. So let's say you have it on a tripod and it's away from you, but it's clear, like you're talking directly into the speaker. And I was on Temu and found this. There's 2 mics and the receiver there. And it was what I wanted, but it's Temu, people. It's Temu. So this was $8, little over. It was $8. So I said, well, let me buy that and see if it works. But I didn't expect much from it, and I mean, it's Temu, and it's $8. So I bought it. I basically, my video, I did a unwrapping and unboxing. Sorry, unboxing, and I did a little test. Not the most scientific test, but hold on one second. Okay, sorry about that. So I did a little test. Not the most scientific test, but I ran it through a couple of tests, and I put up my results of what I thought about this $8 microphone for your phone. And that Monday is the video for that. So if you're interested in something like that and trying to improve your sound for your phone, and I even ran a test of plugging it into your lap. I do this from my laptop. So this live is from my laptop. And before I got this mic, I was using the microphone of the laptop. And I happen to like the way this mic sounds better. I think it gives me a better sound, a richer sound. Not that it's that important, and it doesn't, it really doesn't matter. And no, I haven't picked up 1,000 subscribers because of it. But for me, it makes me feel better, and that's why I do it. So anyway, $8 microphone, and I do a review of that microphone. Then the video comes out Monday. Tell you what my results were now, but that kind of defeats the purpose. I want you to come there. I want you to watch the 6-minute video, and then we can talk about the microphone, whether it was a hit or a miss. But again, people, remember, it's Temu. And Felicia, I agree. Everybody's talking about it. Everybody's talking about Temu. And me being the YouTube guy, okay, it wasn't really me. My son being the YouTube guy that he is, he doesn't do YouTube, but he should be doing the YouTube. And he gives me a lot of ideas and tell me what I should be doing. So, and this is how I kind of wound up doing this review and pushing it from Temu. Just like Felicia said, people are obsessed with Temu. So what better than to do a review of Temu products online? I know a lot of people do the unboxing. Well, the unboxing, that could be anything, and but this is a specific item from Temu, and I think it's going to be a good video. I think it's going to be a well-watched video. I don't know how good it is. I mean, I don't like making videos like those kind of videos I don't like to make. I like going someplace recording. Hey, Rihanna, thanks for stopping in. I appreciate you stopping by. I don't like making videos like that. And when you see me doing it, you can tell that it's like, yeah, he needs work. He needs to work on the speech, and he needs to, you'll see that I need work on it. But again, I don't like doing it. So this, I don't do it much. But let me get back to YouTube. Again, I'm getting this back to YouTube. And Felicia, I did see your comment. You'll pass on Temu. I was someplace and I said Temu is trash. I mean, I had a baseball cap. It was crooked. Maybe I'll get it before I get off here and show it to you. But again, I'm not a big Temu fan. I'm not a big Temu fan. But for under $8, and this is what I want to try, I said, well, let me try it. But I think I'm going to get a lot of views from it. And if I get a lot of views from it, being a YouTuber, well, that's a good thing for me. Betty says I said it was trash on her channel. Yeah, I did. I mean, my son had ordered some stuff from YouTube, from Temu, and it was just because everybody's talking about it. He kind of bought it just because, and that's kind of how I bought this. I was on Temu. It's like, I don't want none of this. I want none of this. But then I saw that mic, and I looked at the price, $8. I'll do that. I'll buy that for $1. I'll buy that for $8. And so that's how I wound up getting this product. Jennifer, I deleted the app this week. I was spending too much money on junk for Chloe. See, kid stuff, I could probably see kid stuff. My only worries with kid stuff is if it's all made in China, the lead paints or whatever they try to use would scare me. I never really used Wish. So I don't know about Wish. I never really did this. This is my first time. But anyway, I'm going to show you guys my thumbnail because I'm going to get back. It has nothing. I mean, the thumbnail has to do with the mic, but I'm going to show you the thumbnail because I want you to see how I'm trying to generate traffic to my channel. And you know what I'm saying? I mean, It had nothing to do with the mic, or it has nothing to do with that. I just want to, but again, I think it was, I think, let me just bring it up. I'm up here talking, rambling. Okay, I think you can see that. Um, I think this thumbnail, hold on one second. Yep, okay, I'm gonna make sure it popped up. I think this thumbnail is gonna get a lot of traffic to my channel. Now, whether they stick around for the cruise content or the travel content, I don't know. But if they come, if I get traffic in here and they watch, if they watch the commercials, if they, are able to watch the entire video, if they, hopefully they can make it through the entire video, um, I can generate some traffic to my channel, and I think this thumbnail is a good enough thumbnail that, with this craze of everybody loving Temu, and all you YouTubers want to see, microphones, and want to see what a $8 microphone could do for you. I think that this could drive a lot of traffic to my channel. Now, whether they stick around again, that's a different question. But so yes, I'm not the greatest, Felicia. I'm not the Just because I'm doing this doesn't mean I'm a fan of Temu. But that doesn't mean that I didn't like the mic. You have to find out Monday. After after Monday, I'll talk about it. And actually, I should have done that. The microphone that you see in front of me right now, I got from Amazon, and that was going on YouTube, and seeing different reviews of different cheap mics. You could spend a lot. This was $50. You could have spent, two, three, four, $500 on a microphone. I don't need that. If I was a singer or anything like that, doing videos like that, I would spend more money into it. Again, this was for basically for voiceovers, and then the one for Monday, that's going to be for my cell phone. Actually, I did a test also where you could plug it into your laptop and use it as the microphone for your laptop too. So if you plug the receiver into your laptop, you could have the mic, and you could walk around. I mean, again, I like the idea of a lavalier mic. The question is, will an $8 mic work? Okay, I think I've done enough rambling about that. Let's get ready to ramble. So that's it. Man, I've been over here for over an hour. Yeesh. My prime time. I'm gonna. Oh, matter of fact, you know what? I'm gonna get off in 5 minutes. Eddie Lugo. Most of you, a lot of you know Eddie Lugo, and I think he's going live at 10. So maybe we could all go over there. Let me see if I can find his what did I have? Felicia, what did I have for lunch? Oh, Kentucky Fried Chicken. My goodness. I had to think about that. I went to Kentucky Fried Chicken. I haven't had it in a while. It was pretty good, actually. Eddie Lugo, he is a content creator, a travel guy, and whoops, hold on. Bixby is answering my. I don't know what I said to set Bixby off. Um, he is a cruiser. What, Jennifer just dropped his link. Oh, yo, Brooklyn is in the house. And if you guys, if we can go over there, and if you could say a strong raid, just to let them know that you came from me, I would have really appreciated that. I think, let them think I'm doing something for them. Shh, secret between us. And I'm going to see real quick if he has a thumbnail up for that particular live. Eddie Lugo. Something about when I say Eddie Lugo, it wakes up my phone. Did Eddie put something on my phone where he hacked my phone? Oh, okay, he's live now. Hold on. There he is. He's live now. I am going to drop his I'm going to get this right here. I'm going to copy this and bring it to the chat. Everybody, I really appreciate you coming in. If you don't mind hitting the like button on your way out, but I am going to paste Eddie's link here so we can all go over there and give him a raid and say strong raid or yeah, strong raid sounds good. Here, if you say strong raid, I'm sure he'll know who it is. So say a strong raid, and I'm sure he'll be happy to get all the traffic through his channel. So I got 17 people in here. So if he got extra 15 or so people over there, I'm sure it would make his night. So just go over there and type a strong raid, and I would appreciate it. But hit the thumbs up on the way out. I appreciate you guys. And if I don't see you sometime this weekend, Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern time, the video for the microphone to see whether or not it's worth if it's worth it for $8. Come on now, people. It's Temu. So if we can all go over there and do that, I'd appreciate it. So thank you very much for being here. Felicia, I'm going to get with you because we're going to do Greece. We're doing Greece. Yeah, I don't have a lot of friends and that want to do Greece. So Felicia, I will be in touch. Talk to you guys later. Have a good night, and I will see you at Eddie's chat. Bye-bye.